Hello everybody, my name is EK, welcome back to more Old School Runescape. Today we are continuing the recipe for disaster quest and we are starting off with none other than the Goblin Generals. Hello, let's talk to General Wartface and General Bentnose. I can inspect them. Which one of these am I actually meant to be saving? Neither one of them were at the previous council meeting. The goblins get through leaders so fast I find it hard to keep track. I heard the last leader died during a game of pin the tail on the basilisk. Well, no worries. I'm sure if you find something that they'll both eat, then that should work, I hope. Remembering the last time I dealt with these two, that may be easier said than done. Oh, are they going to be disagreeing constantly on which things they do want to eat? I'm going to have to like swap back and forth and stuff. Well, you could try asking some of the other goblins in their village for ideas. You should be able to find it just to the north of Falador, unless they've decided the sky is the wrong color there or something. I mean, to be fair, they do tend to really disagree on everything. Alright, so I go over to Recipe for Disaster now. And I can see this one is currently ongoing. And so this quest is literally 8 separate quests, separate subquests within this little bit. Which is really cool, by the way, really cool. So I have to protect the goblins, Wartface and Bentnose. I must have completed the Goblin Diplomacy quest, which I have. I should inspect the goblins' frozen selves in the Lumbridge Castle dining room. I have. Eris admitted that nobody was sure which goblin was supposed to be on the council. Therefore, I need to find a dish that both Wartface and Bentnose would like. I should speak to the goblins in their village north of Falador to find out what might work. So guys, I will see you in Goblin Village. Can I just pass through? Yep, I can. Okay, great. Alright, there's a goblin here. Let's talk to him. Hey, I need your help. Wartface and Bentnose have been cursed. What's that got to do with me? I need to find a meal they both eat. Me no, chef. Ask village cook instead. Alright, so the village cook. I mean, do I know who the cook is? Wait, wasn't the cook actually... Hold on, wasn't the cook into like this ladder? I think there was like oh, hold on. Open this door. I think there was a kitchen down there, wasn't there? Yes. Okay. So let's talk to the goblin cook. Go away, human. Me busy here. Busy doing what? Me's working on a new way of cooking. Will be the most famous goblin cook ever. So what is his new way of cooking? Got the idea from the dwarves. Saw them playing with something. They call it a multi-canned nun or something. Use lots of heat and bright light. Wouldn't tell Mudknuckles how it worked, of course, but I figured it out. Mudknuckles is smarter than them. Now I'm gonna be able to cook better than anyone and faster too, yes. So I need your help. Wartface and Bentnose have been trapped by a terrible curse. Oh, maybe that's why Mudknuckles have not been shouted at recently. I suppose me should help, but first Mudknuckles must finish experiment. Unfortunately, is missing one vital ingredient. What do you need? Maybe I can get it for you. It's called charcoal. Mudknuckles here you can get it from shops on Karamia, but the custom officers, they don't like goblins anymore. Burnt trees, they're good too. Smash them up with axes. But Mudknuckles only knows of burnt trees in the wilderness, and Mudknuckles too afraid to go there. Wait, burnt trees? Are they different than dead trees? We've got charcoal before, haven't we? Okay, I'll see what I can do. And guys, as per the rules of a bronze man, you know, because we've achieved charcoal before, I think, because I think we needed it for some other quests quite recently, I'm of course allowed to just buy this off the Grand Exchange. So I'll be back in a moment. Yes, we have gotten it before, so here we go. I'm allowed to buy it, confirm. And here we go. Let's go back over to the Goblin General. Okay, we're back down here. Let's talk to the Goblin Cook again. I've got the charcoal you were after. I'm not sure how he's going to be using charcoal in a meal, but then again, we just had ashes in the drink, so, you know, what do I know? Really? There's no time to lose. Mudknuckles already have everything else. Sulfur and stuff. With sulfur and charcoal, guys, what are we making? Sulfur? Must be moving. Follow me. Oh, here we go. Are you sure this is a good idea? Absolutely. Best idea Mudknuckles ever had. I'm not really convinced that... Oh, what is happening? Is it exploding? Look at her legs! Oh. Did it just completely explode? Is the house gonna be poof? What's that noise? You just hear that? Hear what? Now they're shaking too. Oh, ploof. Ah, that'd be Mud Knuckles again then. Oh my god, look at this. It's just been completely destroyed. Mud Knuckles? Oh, is he alive? Okay, he's alive. Okay, good. Good, we need him. It worked! I was looking to make a bomb. It did? How exactly did it work? Did it just get magic experience? From something? Okay, let's talk to him again. You, the human who helped me, Mud Knuckles is very grateful. We'll be famous real soon now. It's just collecting results, and so many results, on the walls, on ceiling, everywhere. I'm thinking of calling it fast food, because of how fast it goes, from raw to burn, see? Ah, yes, guys. So if you've ever been in a McDonald's kitchen, this is exactly the process they use to create your Happy Meals. They put everything into a pot, they have it explode, and then they just grab the fries off the walls and put it in a Happy Meal. And, you know, you can see that it tastes. It tastes like walls, but, you know, it works. It's fast. So that sounds like a great idea. You think so? Everyone else thinks Mud Knuckles crazy. Seem to think explosive cooking might be dangerous or something. Can't see why. Not like you're gonna get food poisoning. Food is very well cooked. I mean, that is true. Yes, I'm sure food poisoning was what they were worried about. Yes, sure. That was definitely the thing. Let's talk to him again. Do you think that will sell? Like you said, it's burnt. So, maybe some imperfections, but fast food will sell. People buy anything when in a hurry, even if it does taste like sawdust. I like how you're just taking a massive jib here at fast food restaurants, because obviously that's very much a quantity over quality kind of thing. Now, that's not to say that I don't enjoy the occasional fast food. It can be really delicious, but it's definitely not, you know, quality food in the culinary sense. All right, I need your help. Yes, Mud Knuckles very grateful. How can I help? Your leaders, Wolfface and Bednose, have been trapped by a terrible curse. So that's why Mud Knuckles has not been shouted at recently. But how can I be helping? Cooking and magic no mix. Tried that before. Mud Knuckles had some very angry wizards at the door after trying to burn staffs to cook on. I need to create a dish that both of the generals would eat to save them from the curse. Oh. What? It's impossible. Mud Knuckles tried before, but the request then made no sense. Why? What did I want? Well, Bednose wanted fruit in the dish, but Warface, only fruit he eat is sliced oranges. Okay, so oranges, that's fine. That doesn't sound too bad. Maybe, but Bednose objects to the colors. Anything else? Warface, he wants some nice juicy maggots. Delicious. Where can I get maggots? Guys, what did I just do? Humans use them all the time for fishing. Mud Knuckles think this is a crazy waste of maggots, mind, but each to their own. Each to their own indeed, but what's the problem? Bednose not like maggots. Say they're too bland, would only eat them if they spicier. Okay, put spices on them, that's fine. Okay, is there anything other than orange slices and maggots? Bednose asked for some bread in the mix. Let me guess, Wolfface complained, right? Yep, Wolfface think bread too crunchy. He prefers slimier, soggier food like the maggots. So let me get this straight. I need orange slices which aren't orange, maggots that aren't bland, and bread which isn't crunchy. Yep, about sums it up. Bring them all to me and Mud Knuckles will make suitable dish. Wonderful. Well, I'll guess I'll have to go see what I can do. Alright, this is going to be quite the adventure. Let's see. Ares admitted that nobody was sure which goblin was supposed to be on the council. Therefore, I need to find a dish that both Wolfface and Bednose would like. I should speak to the goblins in their village north of Falador to find out what might work. I met a cook in the village who may be able to help me, but he insisted that he had to complete his experiment first. To do this, he needed some charcoal. I got Mud Knuckles the charcoal he required. His experiment had interesting results. Much to my surprise, Mud Knuckles survived. Maybe now he will help me. Mud Knuckles told me that he has tried to create a dish that both Wolfface and Bednose would like before. However, he ran into some problems, and I need an orange slice which isn't orange. Can I dye it? I mean, it's going to taste horrible, but then again, these guys eat maggots, so I don't know. Maggots that aren't bland, and bread which isn't crunchy. Now, let me take the advice that I was given previously, and let's talk to the Goblin Cook again, and maybe he can give me some further information. So I need your help. About a dish that both Wolfface and Bednose would eat. What was a problem with the orange slices? Well, bad knows one fruit in the dish, but what face? Oh, I think it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Okay. So the dialogue will always be the same here. So how am I supposed to go about getting these things? This quest, you know, well, not just this quest, but this game has so much puzzling going on where I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I need to do. So let's just think very logically, okay? Very logically. Oranges which aren't orange. Get an orange and dye it. Would that work? Or maybe obscure it with something like a citrus, which isn't orange, but it's like similar texture, but very different flavors. That probably doesn't work because it's about food and taste. Maggots which aren't bland. Now I'm assuming I can get some maggots from like the fishing contest area or something, and I can maybe put some seasoning on them or something. What seasoning? I have no idea. And bread which isn't crunchy. Can I like put water on the bread so it's soggy? I don't know. Oh, magic level 46 because of my teleport to Camelot. That is beautiful. So would I be able to buy some maggots from someone here? I mean, I can't go in here, I reckon, because I need the fishing ticket, which I don't have anymore. The pass. I mean, to be fair, I might have it in my bank. There was this guy. I think this was like the fishing champion, like the Grandpa Jack. Would he maybe have some maggots for me? Look at this crate, just taunting me whenever I pass it. Have there been more of these crates? Have there been more of these crates in the game that I've just run past? I mean, most likely. So this fishing bait over here. Are these maggots? Is this already... Is there an item called maggots in the game? Or is the fishing bait itself, is that the maggots? And I guess I can try. And what I need now is I need some place to buy spices. Now, is there a spice shop? Spice shop. There is, okay. Oh! Hold on. Where was it? Spice shop. Oh, just over there. Can we steal from that as well, I wonder? I guess not, right? Because I don't think we have enough yet. Stalls. It'd be kind of cool to steal it. No, the spice stall is level 65. We're not even close to that. Okay. Because it would have been kind of cool if I could steal it myself, of course. But I guess we'll just go buy it. I reckon 2.2k should be sufficient. So I'll go there. I'll see you guys in Ardone. Or was it Ardogne? Ardoni? I'm just going to stick to Ardone. You know, I think Ardone sounds the best. Alright, so I can trade the spice seller. And he sells... Oh, wait, there's just spice. I was expecting there to be many different versions of spices, but apparently there's just spice. Okay, what's the value? It's 230. Okay, so let's buy it. I mean, spices were very expensive back in the day, right? It's kind of funny. Like I ran into a Reddit post the other day which was talking about like which luxurious things, you know, are so standard right now that if you showed it to someone from a time when they weren't that standard, they'd be like, oh my god, you are like the richest person ever. And spices are one of those things. Like I'm pretty sure spices used to be extremely expensive. Like, you know, they have to be imported from, was it like India or something? They have to be imported from like all over the world, and you know, you have to like transport them by ship and stuff, and they used to literally be like millionaire or to like billionaire status items. Like if you showed someone like a jar of like pepper or something, like that would just be like ridiculously expensive. And nowadays, like, well, you know, well, leftovers, you know, just throw them out, like whatever, it doesn't really matter. And it's really weird how that has shifted. Let's use the spice on the fishing bait and see if it works. Spicy maggots! Oh, wait, hold on, were we looking for spicy maggots? Yes! Alright, now the other two sound more difficult, potentially, but bread which isn't crunchy, the good thing is that there are bakers right here, so we can maybe make some progress on that as well. So let's trade the baker. And he sells bread. I mean, to be fair, cake could also be less crunchy, but it's not really bread, is it? I'll just buy one bread and one cake and just to see if the cake maybe like triggers a quest. I'm assuming it doesn't, but you know, you can always try. No. But what I want to try and do is I want to try and grab a bucket of water. Actually, could I just use the bread On the fountain. Can I just like dip it in there for a moment? Come on, dip it in there. No, nothing happens. Okay. I'm curious to see what happens if I fill a bucket with water and I pour it over bread. I mean, I don't know if that's what I want to do, but it's like the most simple thing to do, so we can always try it. Alright, so bucket of water onto the bread. Soggy bread. Is that... Dude, am I just an absolute god? Wait, I didn't mean to attack the guard dog. Hold on. I just misclicked. Alright, let's see. Yes, bread which isn't crunchy. Guys, I am on a roll. Alright, orange slices which aren't orange. Now, is there also... There wasn't a fruit stall here, right? Because we ran into that issue the other day. But there was stuff for the cocktail up here. And were there oranges in there? Wait, are these guard dogs just attacking me all over again? Yeah, I guess they just keep attacking me. I guess they're aggressive. It's fine though, you know, we get some combat experience. But I'm thinking Goblin Village. You know, they have the fruit cocktails and stuff for like the fruit blast. So we can probably buy one there. And then... I'm not sure what to do with it. Like, do I dye it? It's a bit weird, like, dye food. But if I can get, like, food... I mean, to be fair, it's, like, very common practice to dye food in the real world. But there's, like, specific, like, food dyes which don't really have a taste. And I don't know if those exist here. Okay, let's talk to the barman and see... Okay, he sells the pre-made versions. I like how it even says specifically pre-made, so that, you know, if I were to buy the fruit blast, the FR blast, then... You know, I wouldn't get what I need because I need to make it fresh. Can I talk to Blueberry? So where's my fruit blast? I don't know what you have there, but it's no fruit blast. Wait, was I supposed to give him a fruit blast? I mean, I can just buy you one. Here you go. I think I've got one. No, I need you to make the fruit blast yourself. I'm afraid it doesn't really work if you try to sell the bar its own drinks. Oh yeah, this guy was going to teach me, wasn't he? But no, I don't want to give you a fruit blast. Good day. What can I get you to drink? Can I buy some ingredients? That's what I want. I was just wanting to buy a cocktail ingredient, actually. Sure thing. What do you want? So, an orange. 20 gold coins, please. There we go. So we have an orange now, and I think I'll need a knife to slice it up. And then, can I dye it? I mean, we can try that. All right, we get a knife. We use the knife to slice the orange. And wait, we want sliced, right? Let me just verify that real quick. I think we want sliced. Orange slices, yes. Okay, okay. So we use the knife and we choose the slices. There we go, beautiful. We now have orange slices. Now I brought the ingredients to go to Aggie and to buy a yellow dye. I'm thinking yellow is still close to orange, but it's different. You know, it says a different color. It doesn't say a specific color. So I'm going to assume that any color that is not orange should be good. Also, I don't know why I'm running all the way around. I could have just gone through the back door, but you know, it's fine. I'll see you guys in Draenor. So if this is also correct, then this will probably be my best quest ever, since that, you know, I've just kind of nailed everything. Let's talk to Aggie, and hello, come back please. So can you make dyes for me, please? And we make a yellow dye. There we go, 2 onions, 5 coins. Okay, make some yellow dye. There we go. Now, does this work? So use yellow dye on the orange slices. Maybe a different color of dye would be more effective. Okay, so it's doing something. I think I'm on the right path. But what color do I turn it into? Was there any indication as to what color the other general preferred? I mean, I can try the different colors, but I would need to get some more ingredients. I mean, I guess we could just start getting a lot of them and see which one is fine. Like, they're not hard to make, you know. I just have to kind of get some ingredients real quick. Let's see if I still have some of the ingredients in my bank. So we need woad leaves, which I don't think I have. No. And we need red berries, which I don't have either. Okay, that's a bit unfortunate, because that would require us to go back to the Grand Exchange and pick some up, which is not terrible, but, you know, it's definitely something to spend some more time on. So I still have my runes, so that should be quite easy. So I'll just quickly go for rock. I'll go Grand Exchange, we'll pick some stuff up. I like the idea, by the way, that we're spending runes on magic, and yeah, it's a very, very, very small increase, but I like the idea that I'm spending a resource and I'm making progress in magic. Now, it's, like I said, you know, it's a very small increase, it's not a lot, but doing this hundreds or thousands of times, it does add up at some point, you know, and I love that. I love slow incremental increases. I think it's just really satisfying, because every time I cast teleport, it's like 1 or 2 less combat skills that I have to do or whatever, which just, you know, it slowly adds up. Okay, so it's blocking my red berries right now, and I don't know why that is. I mean, I'm sure that I've gotten red berries before, because I had to get them to make dyes before. We've used red for sure. I'm thinking like some items got disabled or got removed from Bronzeman when I like change some stuff around in the plugin settings. Some of them, while I've used them before, are not visible anymore. And I do want to be clear whenever I do this, but for the red berries, I'm like 99.9% sure I've gotten them before. Like, I know you grab them like here, right? Like they're just like over here somewhere. And what I'll do is I will go to Bronzeman. Oh, not Bronzeman, Bronzeman. I will disable it for a moment. But, you know, I want to be very upfront when I do stuff like this, because I don't want to, like, make it seem like I'm trying to cheat or whatever. So we go red berries, and, you know, just for future usage, we'll just pick up, like, 20 for a bit more money. There we go, confirm. Oh, I guess we don't, like, insta-buy them. Okay, well, that's fine. This means that I'll now go back to Bronzeman mode, and this one should all lock on my account. Because, you know, I don't want to bypass Bronzeman. Like, I'm doing Bronzeman for a very specific reason, and I make a promise here, I will not bypass it in any way, unless it's something that I had already unlocked, I'm sure of it, and it just, for some reason, isn't popping up in the Bronzeman list, so I have to, like, re-unlock it real quick. You know, I think what happened is I used to have Bronzeman mode active, and at some point I swapped over to another Bronzeman mode, but I think these things were from such an early level progression that the another Bronzeman mode plugin hasn't registered them because I was still using the other version. I think that's what happened. But, you know, I've got myself the onions, I've got myself the woad leaves, but the red berries just won't buy, even though I've bumped up the price by quite a lot. Because I want to have enough to make both all the base dyes, but also be able to, like, combine the dyes and just, like, make every dye possible so that we can try them all in case I do need to do that. Alright, so I wasn't able to buy them off the Grand Exchange, it's just taking a very long time. So, you know what? I guess I'll go here anyway. We will pick from the red berry bushes. I will prove to you guys that I've earned the right to grab these things. I mean, to be fair, you know, grabbing them myself here is, it is in a way almost more satisfying than buying them off the Grand Exchange, but I do like the idea of being able to bypass, you know, like stuff that's already gathered before, so that I can, you know, save some time and invest more time into the actual content of the video. But, you know, we've got 4 now, and well, you know what? Private EK, attention! You've been recommended for my corpse. Do you think you can be the best? Yes, sir. Have we done this one before? I'm actually not entirely sure. I don't think we have. So, welcome to whatever this training camp is. I've kind of been declining a lot of them because a lot of them have popped up when I wasn't talking or when I wasn't in a position where I really wanted to do this. So, move yourself, private, follow my order, and you may leave here in a fit state for my corpse. Drop and give me push-ups on that mat, private. Go to this mat and do some push-ups. Oh, okay. So, the push-up mat. Okay. Okay, sure. Push-ups. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we even bought some red berries. Get on that mat and give me some sit-ups, private. Okay, so the sit-ups are here. Oh, they're also changing. They're changing up. Well, this is some stuff that, you know, AI might struggle with to try and copy. I want to see you on that mat doing star jumps, private. What are star jumps? Aren't they just... Are they called star jumps? I've never heard of them being called star jumps. They're jumping jacks. I mean, I guess star jumps make sense as well. Get yourself over there and jog on that mat, private. Okay. Sure. Let's do some jogging, which is over here right now. Here we go. Yeah. 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 Let's go. Alright, now some sit-ups. Which is here. You better give me some serious rewards for this. I mean, I'm working out like a beast. Look at me. In this armor as well. Well, I'll be. You actually did it. Private, now take this and get out of my sight. We unlock a camo top. Attack bonus? Wait, hold on. Is that much better than what we had before? I mean, obviously I'm comparing it right now to my heavy gear, like my melee gear. But that's pretty decent magic and range relative comparisons. I don't know how it compares to the actual gear we've been using, but this might be kind of nice. Let's see what it looks like as well. Ooh, that's kind of cool. So from the minigame, guys, can you unlock an entire camo set? Are they random drops from that minigame or something? Should I be doing them? There we go, 12 out of 1608. And I guess we can get some more red berries while we're at it, and then I'll go back over to the dye shop. Okay, let's try the red dye on the orange slices. Okay, still maybe a different color. Okay, well, we can keep on trying. Okay, let's use the blue dye. Oh, there we go, 20 red berries. Let's use the blue dye on the orange slices. Ooh! Dyed orange. You add the dye to the oranges, they turn an appealing grayish brown color. Yes, very appealing. Look at these guys, look at them. They look like they're dead. Alright, so if I go to recipe for disaster now. There we go, orange slices which aren't orange, maggots that aren't bland, and bread which isn't crunchy. It's only taken me... well, I think I was already like half an hour into the recording or something. Because I did these two back to back, like the ending of the last one and the start of this one. I did back to back. And I think it only took me like an hour or something. You know, I'm very happy with that. So we just use the teleport back to Lumbridge because we don't have the proper one, or the easy one, the free one. So do I just go through... Wait, no. Why am I here? I need to go to the Goblin chef guy. Why am I here? Brain? Fortunately, it doesn't matter, guys. You know, it's just magic experience. It's beautiful. I love being able to teleport around, guys. And I know that there are lots more ways to teleport around. One that I'm really looking forward to is the fairy rings as well, which I do want to do sort of soon, but I have so many things that I want to do sort of soon. But I know they're amazing. Like I've heard people talk about how amazing they are. I don't know exactly where they all are, but from my understanding, it's one of the best travel methods you can unlock on your account. Like I think everyone is recommending I do that quest very early on. There were multiple people recommending that even before I even entered member, like, hey, go do those quests because they're going to unlock certain things. So I do want to go do that, but I do believe that these quests have prerequisites, most notably level 30 farming is recommended, and Lost City is required, which we haven't of course done yet. And if I go over to Lost City, that is one that I believe we can do. Yes, they're fairly decent requirements, so it might not be easy, but this is one that we can go do. So maybe after this question is done, or once I get stuck and I can't progress anymore, maybe we can look into Lost City, so we'll have to see. Anyway, I have just rambled my way all the way back over towards the cook. And let's go have a chat with this guy and see whether he can now help us out. So talk to Goblin Cook. I like the song in here, by the way. I've got the ingredients we need to make a meal for Warface and Bednose. Mudknuggles is confused. Ingredients make no sense, but give them here and Mudknuggles make what you need. There you go, but don't go blaming Mudknuggles if it doesn't work. So the goblin hands you a bowl containing some kind of indescribable grey mush. Great, thanks. Okay, so if I go back to the quest now, I managed to devise all of the ingredients that Mudknuggles required. He made me a goblin shop of compromise, which I should use to protect Warface and Bednose from the Culinarimancer spell. You know, the Culinarimancer. The Culinarimancer. Alright, now we teleport back over to Lumbridge, and now I guess we can give the food over to them, and then that little subsection is done. And there's 8 sections, so it's I know I can see why it's a very long quest. I reckon we can just walk in here and it will like port me into the... Yeah, okay, that's what I expected. So let's go back over to these guys. I guess I can now use the Slop of Compromise onto... Let's use it onto Warface. Congratulations, you have freed the Goblin Generals. Oh, so each one also gives us progress. So they're all individual quest pop-ups, which means we're going to get all rewards for every single one. That's really nice. Well, not all rewards for every single one, but every single one is going to give us rewards. That's what I meant to say. So we get 1 quest point, 1k cooking experience, 1k crafting, 1k farming. 1k farming! Yes! That makes me very happy. Increased Culinarimancer's chest access? What is that? Can I open up a chest now? Like the first tier or something? Good work, adventurer! I've teleported them away to safety. You only have 7 council members left to protect. There we go, farming level 12. You can now grow tomatoes. How absolutely fitting to get a pop-up at the end of this video saying you can now grow tomatoes. I love it. Craft level 37. Members can now craft rabbit foot necklaces, which sound like they're luck increasing or something, because rabbit foot. So our total level right now is 818. Now, you know, I have fallen behind, guys, because you guys have been pumping the subscriber numbers up a lot. I'm now at 908 as of the time of this recording. So only 92 people left until together we can hit the glorious 1000 number, guys. So, you know, as per usual, if you enjoy this series, I will stick around here for a very long time. I have no intention of quitting RuneScape anytime soon. RuneScape has fully gotten its grasp of me, like the claws are like within me. And I have no intention of breaking free anyway. So I'm going to be here for quite a while. I'll continue making content for this game for quite some time. So if you enjoyed this series, then press that button, guys. Help me out. Next time, we will check out one of the other ones. I haven't yet decided which one. I guess we'll start off with the ones that have low requirements, that seem a bit easier, and like we'll work our way up to the harder ones as we go, because they're also going to give us skilling experience for maybe some of the lower level skills that then maybe we can use for the higher level quests. So, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time for the next part of Recipe for Disaster. Bye-bye, guys.